and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go up to the, I believe this is called the rectangular marquee tool. And don't ask me how I figured it out, but I could do those things sometimes. Alright, so I'm going to click on the corner here. I'm going to drag this all the way down to the other corner. I'm going to let go of the mousey, and there we are. It's the marching ants are around. That means we get to grab this image and copy it to our project, the bear in the air. Okay, so I'm going to hit edit, copy, and I'm going to click on my project, the bear in the air. I'm going to go up to edit again, and I'm going to click paste. There it is. So you see these lines here? These lines are lines for old TV sets. So for now, don't really pay attention to it. But in the future, if you're going to be this big movie producing director kind of fella or girl, then you have to pay attention to this. But for now, don't pay attention. Okay, so we're cool. I probably want to fill up my whole stage here, my canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to edit. I'm going to click on free transform, and you see these little squares that appeared. That's going to give you the power to make this bigger. So I'm going to hold down shift. I'm going to click on the corner box, and I'm going to drag. Ooh, it's getting bigger. Awesome, huh? Now, the reason why I hold down shift when I'm using the free transform is because I want to keep aspect ratio, which is the ratio relationship between the width of the image to its height. Now this is important because if your width and height ratio is off, you may end up with something like this. Okay, it looks pretty good. So I let go of the shift, I let go of the mousey. So it says apply this transformation. Yes, I will. There we are. There's my background. So now I'm going to get my star, the bear, or the bear, I mean, and I am going to copy him right out of this image and bring him back to the bear in the image project. So I'm clicking here. I'm going to use the magnetic lasso tool. You could use other tools, but I like this one the best. I'm going to click down here. I'm going to start following the hero of the project. Go all the way down. The reason I am clicking is because I want this to grab the image as tight as possible. Like you see how it's going here? You click on this, click. I always click on every corner just in case, so I don't have to go back and clean it up, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So do not worry. So I'm clicking everywhere. I'm copying this image. Go down all the way here. It's going to be a mess, but that's okay. I'm going to clean it. And I didn't click. Okay, now right here a little circle is going to appear, and that's telling me that I could link my image or link the trace. So if you can't see it, shoot. It's always on the right hand side, and right hand side of the bottom of your tool. It's like this little circle. Anyway, I'm going to click on it now, and there's the marching ants, and this is my image, but there is some areas that I haven't got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to hit this little camera here. It's called the edit in a quick mask mode. I'm going to go up, grab the eraser, and I am going to start cleaning my image. So you see all the red? All the red is what you're not going to grab. Whatever is not red is what you're going to grab. Okay. So I'm cleaning this up. Oh, if I made a mess, if I accidentally grabbed an area like this, oops, I'm going to switch the background to the foreground. Let me click on that. And now look, ooh, magic. I'm erasing this area. So we're good. I'm going to clean up this area. Then this is a kind of a neat tool. I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on my magnetic tool because I'm working on that. I'm going to go out of the mask, and then there's this little button right on top that's called Refine Edges. See right here? I'm going to click on that, and that's going to clean up my image a little bit. So I'm going to click on Smooth, probably to like a 3. Feather, I think, let's go with 3 also, 0.3. And okay. So now when I take this image, it's not going to be as it's not going to be messy. It's going to be really a really clean edit. So I'm going to click on Edit, Copy. I'm going to click on this to find my images, because every image that you're working on is always going to be on this top line here. So I'm going to go to Bear in the Air. There's my Bear in the Air. Make this a little bigger so I can see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to click on Edit, Paste, and there's Bear in the Air, but he's huge. I mean, there's a star of my image. Yeah, he's gigantic. He's not going to work. So I'm going to go up to Edit, Free Transform, and make this a little smaller. Again, I'm going to click on Shift so the whole ratio is applied so it's not warped and funky looking. I'm going to scroll all the way down. Oh, he didn't disappear. He's just getting smaller, so I'm going to bring him up like this. And this is how you bring him up. Okay, let's bring him a little smaller. I'm going to go down, 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 down. I'm still holding down Shift. So you want to keep on holding down Shift. All right, so we're good. We're good. So he's kind of big. I think that's big enough. I think that's good. Okay, so I'm going to let go. So now he's this size. I'm going to click on my selection tool so I could apply it. Yes, apply it, please. And there he is. He's good. And he's on a separate layer. Here's my first layer with my background. Here's my second layer with the doggy, the bear in the air. All right, so I'm going to bring him to the corner. And how you do move everything is that you use the selection tool and you pick the layers that you want to move. So you know you're in the right layer when it's highlighted in blue or green or pink or purple. It depends on your machine, but I think that the standard is blue. So I'm on the right layer for bear. I'm also going to click on the bear layer. And when I click, you see this little box here? This is going to enable me to name this title. So I'm going to name it The Bear. Good. And I'm going to name this background by clicking again. Click. Maybe you need to click twice. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And I'm going to name this background. All right, so we're doing good. Okay, so now I want to move the bear, the star. Click on his layer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Window, and I'm going to click on Animation. Boom.